Welcome back, everyone, to more Bloodborne. This is a post-comentario, like last time, but that's it for post-commentary for the rest of the playthrough. So here we are, we defeated the one reborn. We see these guys with weird cages on their head, Covenant style, weird rituals, the beckoning moons, and just all manners of ne'er-do-wells, as it were. Basically, none of these guys are good. It depends on, well, I mean, they're up to some shady shit, all in order to, how to say, unite their consciousness with the cosmos, and the moon, and but yeah, they're basically doing it in Inception style and venturing into the dream. So here we are. We touched a guy with a cage on his head. We will learn what that is called later. I can spoil it and say it's called a Mensis cage. And this weird contraption of iron and weird metal, and yeah, well, basically it allows your mind to focus and, I guess, and be able to better contact the outer realm. I don't even know. So, Master Willem was right. Evolution without courage will be the ruin of our race. And Master Willem, of course, very famous for saying, hunt the great ones, hunt the great ones. And we've already hunted a great one. I don't know if I would characterize the one reborn as a great one. I don't know. Well, we've hunted two great ones. We've hunted Amygdala. I'm still not sure if that's like really Amygdala or just a divine projection, fucking Warhammer 40k style. Like, if Amygdala even showed itself to me, I would not just go completely bonkers and just die. I don't know. That's up for debate in my book. But yes, Master Willem, of course, saying, or well, not Master Willem. We don't know if that was the exact quote from Willem himself, but the guy who quoted Master Willem said that evolution without courage will be the ruin of our race. The nameless moon presence beckoned by Lawrence and his associates. Pale blood. Spooky. What does it mean? What does it mean? 3/3 chords. What does that mean? What does that mean? My God. What does it all mean? So here I am looking at the third umbilical cord, saying, yes, do I need 3 of these? What do I need them for? But anyways, Master Willem and evolution without courage. What was I gonna say? It's a good question. I mean, it could hold several meanings that Willem, of course, has said, fear the old blood, and Willem is studying these astral beings, these great ones, and he's basically, he wants to align himself, his mind, his brain, his being with these great ones. He wants to reside on the same astral plane as these great ones. In sense, he wants to evolve himself with insight, with all these rituals, these creepy rituals, align himself and make himself evolve to this greater capacity. And you know, we don't really know exactly how one goes about this. Obviously, many are like in the universe. No one really knows the correct way on how you align yourself with these great ones and allow yourself to evolve with great courage, with no fear, to ascend, to shake off these mortal coils, and well, just become greatness. And there I tested to see if you could go beyond 100 insight, and you cannot. I really don't think, story-wise, 50 plus insight, it makes no difference beyond that. I think the cap, there are basically two triggers. Once you reach 15, new enemies will come up with different move sets. They will also look a little different. There will be some special effects. And then at 45, the amygdala clones sitting off buildings will appear before you. You can actually see them. They're not invisible anymore. But then anything above that, as far as I know, makes no difference anymore. But of course, in the universe, lore-wise, a lot of people are hunting for insight. You can't even say that, well, they're studying. Hey, well, insight is not a currency like that. Insight is not just a number. The witches of Hemsworth obviously believe that insight, basically how you perceive the world and the astral world and everything, was determined by the amount of eyes you had. Because they grafted eyes to their back, to their everything, and when they graft onto you also, they try to pluck out your eyes. The same thing with the enemies in Yahar'gul, the little witches there. Not the witches of Hemsworth, but they were witches, the old hags. They also tried to gouge out your eyes. Basically, copy pasta enemies. But, whatever. And also all throughout Hemwick, there were the horses had their eyes gouged out. There were just bodies strewn about with their eyes missing, and a lot of missing eyeness going around. There were jars with eyeballs inside of them. Basically, they were just saying, if I graft these eyeballs to my body, and I don't even know if they worked, probably worked with the magic, they will be able to perceive this otherness and be able to glean the mysteries of the cosm. Who knows if they could? We took him out easily, rather easily. But they could do some strange things, like summon the swamp monsters and shit. But besides that, they were pretty weak.
Well, what is it? Good hunt.
Yeah.
Very well. Let me.
But that's a strange thing. And also,
farewell, good hunt.
A running theory is that insight means eyes inside your head, on your brain, on your scalp. Well, on your scalp. Well, inside your head. Basically, the more insight you have, the more eyes you have inside your head to be able to perceive the universe and the mysteries therein. I don't know if I agree with that, but I mean, the universe certainly points to it. Like, the more eyes you have, the more you can see, and the more you can see, the better of a chance you have at unlocking the mysteries of becoming a great one. I don't know. It's strange, but I can go with it. But I mean, look at Rom, lots of eyes. Amygdala, lots of eyes. Other boss. Have we fought other great ones? Oh, I don't remember. I don't think so. But, anyways, whatever. So here we are in the Nightmare of Mensis. We're being fucking insanoed by a weird light from that bridge building over there. And it's no fun, basically. Just a lot of no fun. So we have to stay in the shadows from the Eye of Sauron, as it were. There's like no other similar comparison I can draw with someone that just shoots out insanity from of course, Cthulhu monsters and Shub-Niggurath or whatever, worm with eyes also. very many different creatures in Lovecraftian universe. That just spews insanity. But I don't know, in popular. And then also fuck these spiders. But in popular fantasy, a thing that just shoots out insanity. I don't know. I've been trying to catch up on some fantasy books, some Brandon Sanderson and whichever. I had something. What was it called? I'm trying to look up the name now. Well, I was going to read a fantasy book from the fantasy book 1980s. I don't remember fully what it was called. Wow. Then I just get a list. Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's called The Rift Wars Saga. I heard it had some overpowered magic and shit. So I was curious. I was gonna see if I could get into that. I haven't read it yet, so I don't know if it's particularly good. People say it's awesome, but it also has some convoluted plot, which, you know, that happens. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've been reading too much, or that I'm just aware of too many tropes, just in general fantasy, and then whenever I see just another trope being pulled out, I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, meh. And well, of course, tropes are just there, and they're not necessarily bad, but the overuse, the fucking farm boy trope, it's just so out there. It's just such a used trope that it's just blah, I say. And then there's this fucking Aragog spider lord. They were like, oh, normal spider model just won't do anymore. We must scale him up 4 times. And that looks hilarious when his legs punch through the walls. Or punch through? I mean, they just glitch through, let's be honest. No stone breaks or anything like that. See, if I was a mage, I would just drop magic missiles on his fucking face. He'd be dead. But no, yeah, I'm just getting tired of all these misuse of tropes, and I feel like there's just so many narratives that I've just seen 1,000 times. Exaggeration, but, you know. And then I just get tired. I just want to see... I mean... People say, you know, well, originality is not hard. But... like, I mean, every human is unique, with their own way they perceive the world, blah blah blah. But man, I totally get that it's hard to write something truly unique in how you go about just fleshing out the story you're trying to write. And of course, I'm right now, I'm only talking about fantasy or fucking sci-fi or whatever, not drama books, not 50 Shades of shit, or, yeah, or whatever. But man, I just wish that they would do it differently sometimes. And see, I had no idea what happened right there. I was so confused. I had no idea if he had activated some spell or some weird shit that whenever I hit him, I lost HP. That only happened once. In the whole game, I've only ever experienced it once, and that's with this guy. And then never again. Even when I went through it the second time, nope. But yeah. But I don't know. You know, if you guys have any really good fantasy stories, fantasy books, or something, you know, I'd be glad, I'd be happy if you could recommend something to me. Of course, I'm always into the wizard stuff, but that's also really just the genre, wizard fantasy, magic fantasy, that I read the most. Fucking Riftwalker, the Name of the Wind, or I don't know. Man, many books. I think I've read mostly the very popular ones. Yeah, I don't even. And then they all just, like a lot of them. I think Riftwalker had a pretty cool magic system with what was it? It was metallurgy or some strange thing. Riftwalker. Metal. Nah, maybe not. But, well, anyways, guys, it seems the episode is just about over. I've just dallied, so, thanks for watching, and tune into the next.